Hi there, welcome back to ET. Now you're watching Market Fatafat with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. This is a show where we'll discuss all the top buzzers in trade today. Either they are buzzing on the back of news flow or on the back of technicals. But before that, a quick look at how the markets are shaping up. Ankita, absolutely flat moves coming in. We have moved to the red, and for the Nifty, we are now above that 24,700 mark, but very range-bound trade today as well.
Well, absolutely, Kanishka. It's a range-bound day, but we have managed that recovery coming in. At least we have managed to, reclaim those 24,700 levels that we had given up since morning. So recovery of, 83 odd points coming in on Nifty. 24,708 is where we are perched at a Nifty. Nifty Bank has given a better recovery. In fact, a stronger recovery of almost 238 points coming in on Nifty Bank there on your screens. We are trading up 186 points on Nifty Bank. In fact, the entire PSU basket is the top sectoral gainer right now. That's trading up more than 1.5%. Bank of India, there's Canara Bank, Maharashtra Bank, Indian Bank, PNB. Also, we have Bank of Baroda. All of these are trading with upwards of 1.5+% gains coming in. Nifty Metal is another counter, another pack that is doing pretty well, trading up 0.8%. Realty pack also in tandem with Nifty Metal. What's not doing well is Nifty Media and Financial Services and FMCG and Pharma that have turned absolutely flat as of now. But there are a couple of names from the FMCG pack that are doing well on Nifty, being Eternal and Titan that are trading with gains of upwards of 1.5+%. But a couple of other buzzers in trade, we'll find out what they are. We'll start the show, Kanishka, and find out what are the top buzzers in the trading session today.
All right, then let's get started. Today on the technicals, we are now joined by Raj Deepak Singh, who's the analyst derivatives at ICICI Direct. And on the research side, we have Ravinder, as always. Raj, let me come to you. You've picked out L&T for us. That's the first stock. We just had a Bank of America note as well, where they've downgraded the stock because they see limited upside going forward. Do you also hold that view?
See, we are not going to talk from the fundamental point of view, but if you look at how L&T has performed in the recent volatile market, somehow one can directly look at that it has shown significant resilience. And while it might witness a volatility around a volatility today and tomorrow on the back of Nifty rebalancing and tomorrow monthly derivative settlement, but overall trajectory and the data points regarding the L&T, they are suggesting that upward bias should be there. And what we believe that it could be one of the major performers in the October series. So what I'm expecting stock to move towards 4,000 levels gradually. I think more than almost a 10% upside from here. But from a very short-term perspective, what we believe that any dip towards 36.50, that could be a good buying level.
All right, moving on from L&T to the IT pack that is in focus on the back of a note by Citi that has come out with a note on the IT pack to say that the second quarter of FY26 outlook remains stable, but a little sluggishness coming in. The constant currency revenue growth they see, between 0.3% to 1.5% on a sequential basis. They also feel that according to the sectoral trends, the US BFS holds up, the auto retail seems to be weaker, and also the currency tailwind stays intact, and the demand commentary is the key, but no clear recovery is what they see coming in on the IT pack. As far as the company focus is concerned, as far as TCS is concerned, the demand and localization stays intact. For Infosys, the revenue guidance of 1.8 to 3% on a year-on-year constant currency growth. The margin remains steady for Infosys, and for HCL Tech, the revenue guidance of between 3 and 5% on a year-on-year basis remains intact. Also for Wipro, the quarter 3 guidance of 0.5% to 1.5% quarter-on-quarter, and the margin outlook remains intact. And for Tech M, they feel that the growth and margins remain intact for Tech M also. They also feel that, according to them, they're maintaining a sell call on Wipro with a target price of 225, and an LTI Mindtree, they are maintaining a sell call with a target price of 4,505. So that's the entire view on the IT pack. On the back of that, Wipro is trading up 1.8%. LTI Mindtree is also recovered from the lows, is trading up 0.7% in trade.
That's right. So the IT pack in focus on the back of that Citi note. But moving on, let's also put the spotlight on Tata Motors, which is buzzing in trade today on the back of two big developments. First up, a major rejig ahead of the company's demerger that is effective October 1st. The board has appointed Shailesh Chandra as the MD and CEO of the passenger vehicle entity, while he continues to lead Tata Passenger Electric Mobility as well. PV Balaji will move to JLR as the global CEO and also join the boards of both PV and CV entities. Girish Wagh, he takes as charge as the MD and CEO of the commercial vehicle business, and Dhiman Gupta has been named the CFO. Now remember, post demerger, Tata Motors will split into PV, EV and JLR under one umbrella and CV as the other standalone entity. Meanwhile, as far as the other news flow is concerned, over at JLR, the company has secured a UK government-backed guarantee for a $2 billion loan after a recent cyber attack posed production shutdowns at Halewood and Wolverhampton. Now, the disruptions has already led to weekly output losses that has put the company at risk of nearly losing about 30,000 direct jobs, another 1 lakh in the supply chain. So Tata Motors is in focus today on the back of a big leadership reshuffle and fresh financial support for JLR amid the cyber attack troubles.
All right, so that's Tata Motors in focus today on the back of that positive news flow. But Rabinder, HUL is not doing well today, and it's on the back of weak, business updates that are coming in. Take us through that.
Hello sir, HUL has announced their pre-quarter business update ahead of the Q2 earnings, which is scheduled to be on October 23rd, and companies in the filing has said that 40% of the HUL portfolio, which include toilet soap, toothpaste, shampoo, hair oil, etc., affected by the GST reduction to 5% from 12 or 18% earlier, and HUL is passing on benefits via competitive pricing enhanced value, and they say that the distributor and retailers had disrupted while clearing inventory at the old prices and order postponed as buyers await low price inventory, and pantry purchase was delayed and demand was muted across the portfolio, and the September sales was impacted due to the inventory adjustment. They said that the Q2 growth, they actually seeing a Q2 growth near flat to low single digit to be seen in the October 2, and they expect recovery from November as price stabilized. So back of this, HUL was down more than 2% in the early trading session, but now it has recovered to trend around flat level.
All right, that's HUL there. But moving on to the next counter, Raj, you've picked out M&M for us. What does it show you for, how does it look on the charts for M&M? The stock is up more than 1% right now, but do you think this upside is likely to continue?
Well, if you look at from the overall after the GST rate cut announcement, the auto stock was the major beneficiaries, and what we believe that the outperformance in these names is likely to continue. The current dip in the market, what we have witnessed apart from the Maruti, what we believe it is more of a buying opportunity in this space. So for M&M particularly 3350 to 3400 levels, that is going to be strong support, not just in the short term but even for the October series. And also upcoming auto numbers in next couple of days, they should provide some positive trigger to the stock. So one should look at M&M as a productive strategy or for the target of 3600 in the short to medium term.
Right, a target of 3600 is what you're penciling in for M&M, and remember, the stock is up and away today as well on the back of the fact that ICRA has reaffirmed its long-term, rating of AAA stable and a short-term rating of A1 plus that has been assigned to M&M on the back of strong numbers, on the strong business, and on the back of that, M&M is in focus today as far as the fundamentals are also concerned, and we're getting you all the buzzes in trade and why they're buzzing on the back of news flow or on the back of technicals. Let's get started yet again then. Auto sector is in focus. And now remember, after the GST rate rationalization, we do see the numbers trickling in as far as dispatch numbers are concerned, the booking numbers are concerned, and we have seen some stellar numbers coming in. But Nuvama has now come out with the auto sales predictions, because we will see the auto sales numbers that will come out on the 1st of October. And Nuvama is expecting an upward year-on-year momentum, in September 2025. Wholesales across tractors, two-wheelers, passenger vehicles, and the commercial vehicles as well. The customer sentiment has got a big boost from the GST rate cuts as per the channel checks, and positive rural sentiment, adequate finance availability, and inventory build-up with the dealers are supportive of the sales. They feel that M&M shall outperform amongst the tractors and passenger vehicles, and according to them, the top picks amongst the OEMs are, TVS, M&M, and Eicher Motors. They are maintaining a hold call with a target price of 6,900. For TVS, they are maintaining a buy call with a target price of 4,100. For M&M, they're maintaining a buy call with a target price of 4,200 rupees, and for Maruti, also they're maintaining a buy call with a target price of 18,200, and for Hero Motor, also they're maintaining a buy call with a target price of 6,200. On the back of that, the entire auto pack is in focus today, and on the 1st of October, we will see the sales number trickling in.
All right, so that's the auto pack in focus on the back of auto sales numbers that will start trickling in from tomorrow, from October 1st. But moving on to the next counter, Hindustan Zinc. Raj, you've picked out Hindustan Zinc for us. It has seen a decent run of 10% rally in the past month or so. Do you expect further upside to continue for this counter?
So if you look at the commodity prices and particularly silver, so that has been going on quite sharply, and the stock is a major beneficiary from the silver price hike. And it has been range bound earlier before just this 7 to 8% move what we have seen in the September series. But at the same time, in F&O space, there is a good long addition. In delivery, we have seen long accumulation. People are buying it. What we believe that the stock is likely to move towards not just short, but even 520 to 530 in the short term. And the support for this stock will remain around 440. I will change my bias only below 440. Till then, it's more of a buy on decline.
Understood. So that's Hindustan Zinc on the back of technicals. But moving on to the next counter, BEML. It is in focus today after signing an MOU with Bharat Forge and Data Patterns to jointly bid for DRDO's Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft program, that is India's ambitious 5th generation stealth fighter project. Now, as part of the agreement, Bharat Forge will hold 50%, BEML 30%, and Data Patterns 20% in this consortium. This marks the first such alliance in India's stealth fighter space, pooling together BFL's heavy engineering expertise, BEML's manufacturing strength, and Data Patterns' avionics and sensors capability. Now, this move comes just days after L&T and BEL announced their own partnership to participate in the AMCA program, with other big names like Tata, Adani, and HAL also expected to join the race. Now, industry experts are saying that this collaboration, the latest between BEML, Data Patterns, and Bharat Forge as well, that's going, it's not just about chasing the AMCA contract, but also about advancing India's Atmanirbhar push, that is reliance, indigenous reliance in the defense sector. So that's the reason why this counter is in focus.
All right, moving on then, Oil India is yet another counter that is doing very well, that is up and away 1.8% in the trading session. Ravindra, tell us what's the news flow that's powering the stock?
Well, yes, Oil India is in focus, where company has announced the company reported occurrence of natural gas in its second exploratory well in Vijayapuram drill in the offshore of Andaman block, and the preliminary analysis of gas sample collected during the intermittent inflow of gas as a part of initial production testing has confirmed the presence of natural gas, and oil is also undertaking additional testing of higher up prospectus of further evaluate the report occurrence of the gas. So back of this news flow, Oil India is in focus, and the stock is up approximately 2%.
All right, so that's Oil India. But moving on to the next counter, Raj, you picked out Mazgaon Dock for us, another defense-related counter. What is it that you see on the charts for this one?
See, overall defense pack, it has shown a good amount of recovery, but that was primarily back on the back of short covering. And none of them were able to capitalize on that short covering and witness renewed selling pressure. So if you leave apart names like PEL and HAL, most of these defense stocks have come under selling pressure once again, and there wasn't any follow-up buying. So what we believe that there is further pressure is likely to be seen in particularly stocks like Mazgaon. Today it's already down by 2.5% or 3%. So it would be better to wait a while, but on any rise could be a selling opportunity in Mazgaon. What we believe that the stock is likely to move towards 2600 nearby its recent close. So a negative bias continues in this name.
All right, moving on from Mazgaon Docks to the next set of stocks that are in focus, and those are the cable and wire segment. Now, on the we have a note by Motilal Oswal that has come out with on cable and wire segment. They feel that there is a steady demand outlook, and also the pricing gains is likely to boost the revenue growth. They feel that the growth will be driven by the power sector, infrastructure investments, and emerging segments as such as the EVs, data centers, and improving real estate demand. They also feel that the competitive intensity in this sector is unlikely to be as high as the initial initially anticipated, and this is despite the announcement of entry of new players like Adani Group. They also feel that the sustained raw material prices increases, which are largely passed to the customers, have supported revenue growth for cables and wires company. They see upgrades. They have upgraded the EPS estimate for cable and wire companies like Polycab, KEI, and it's somewhere between 3 to 5 odd percent for FY26 estimates and 2 to 4% for FY27 and 28 estimates. Also, they are upgrading KEI Industries to buy from a neutral stance, and they have given a target price of 4,700. So there is an upgrade coming on KEI, and they're maintaining a buy on Polycab, and the target price has been revised to 8,750. On the back of that, these two counters are in focus. Now, they opened up higher in the morning, but as of now, they're really under selling pressure. They have given up those morning gains. Both KEI and Polycab are right now trading with cuts of 0.8% and 0.2% respectively.
That's right. So that's the wires and cable segment in focus. But moving on to the next counter, Raj, you have picked out Axis Bank for us. It's trading more than 2% lower right now. Where do you see the stock headed from here on?
See, overall, private sector bank, they have significantly underperformed their PSU counterparts. And while the only bank where we have seen some sort of short covering was the Axis Bank. But at current juncture, we believe that short covering leg is over. The stock might come under pressure once again. So expecting that the current retracement of the up move that might continue towards 1080. The settlement tomorrow above 1100 odd levels, it seems unlikely. So maintaining the negative bias, short-term stock is short candidate from the short-term perspective with a target of 1080 levels.
All right, that was the last talk of the day. Thank you so much.